Brett is on the play, so we won the dice roll. He's going to be shuffling up, which is go commentary team, right?
What do we got here?
Let's go find out. We tried to not look at the lists. Let's get these out of the way.
We're not allowed to look.
Oh, we're looking.
No peeksies.
Funny, we have the exact same 75 almost. So
I know your list.
Yeah, you should.
know mine.
Let me see.
I don't think it matters much.
That's me. That's you. Where's bingo? Let's get all these extra papers out of the way. You missed it because you weren't actually watching the stream. I imagine you were watching the events live.
Yep.
Brett did a whole "What's your first pick with Brett" thing, and you saw that, so that was really cool. This pack was the nuts, and the people in the chat actually got the same card we thought. Fleshbag was
Yeah.
it's the one. Yeah, so let's take a look at this real quick. Fleshbag Marauder, Separatist Void Mage. I thought Nivix Barriers was fine, but it's here first, obviously, and then how do you say no to a 4/3/4 reach?
Yeah.
Come on,
Pretty
man.
good.
Come on. So, which list you got?
Trevor.
All right,
Blue
control.
Black Control.
And I will take Brett Tetley, and I love this because he knew the formatting was terrible. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be the guy that gets the page. So
this deck gets a big upgrade, right?
yeah, so Trevor's on the. Looks like Trevor is on 7, going to keep, and Brett is mulling to 6.
So let's take a look here. What is the card to see here? Languish. 2 Languish, 1 Crux. We should see some vaults here. 2 Perilous Vaults.
Yeah, so and he has that 3 Ashiok. Okay.
3 Ashok. Yeah, the win cons are 3 Ashok, 1 Silumgar, the Drifting Death, 1 Ugin.
Big fan.
Is there any ways to bring back those? Yes, there is. 1 Haven of Spear Dragon in the lands.
1 main deck dissipates, so he's on that plan.
Yeah.
So some questions here from the chat. What are we saying? Okay, guys are talking about your hat, which is fine. They're big fans.
Man, guys, come on.
Oh my God, Ascendant says, on the other hand, I don't think Esper's good at all.
No? Has he seen the list?
He hasn't seen the list.
Oh, that's the problem then.
Yeah, you're going to be seeing that list. And here's the thing, man. The mana base is a work of art. It is very good. So, back to the game. Llanowar Waste.
Here we go.
Temple of Deceit, Scry. Where are we going to go with the... Again, guys playing the pink bubblegum sleeves.
Yeah.
That's a common denominator here on the stream. Scry to the top, pass back. Best card in Standard coming up. What do you think?
Yeah, it's going to be. There it is.
Boom! Satyr Wayfinder.
So much value.
Revealing looks like, oh man, Deathmist Raptor.
For the rally deck, like, this is what you want. 2 for 1/1 body. We're going to get a land off it. We're going to fuel the graveyard for a rally. What else do you need?
Nothing else. No.
Yeah.
The only thing we want is, if we're playing this, we want more Jace.
Yeah.
More Jace all day.
Yeah. It's all about that, Jace. What do you think is going to happen in the near future? Is it going to be the kind of decks where it's like, if you're not playing the Jace deck, you know, you're playing like the Abzan?
Well,
Is it going to be that kind of meta developing?
Yeah, I do. I said this in my videos. So YouTube guys, YouTube content coming out for the MTG blogger stuff. If you are not playing Jace, you cannot play a control deck against a control deck with Jace in it. You will lose.
Yeah.
And yeah, okay, we're losing the mill effect from Ashiok, but Jace's ultimate mills you out.
Yeah.
So I can never envision now a control deck without Jace right now.
But not even the ultimate, just the fact that you don't have to use any resources out of your hand, you know.
Yeah, that's huge.
With the minus.
Yep.
Just up and down until they deal with it. You're using Ojai's command to bring him back. Just a big headache that the opponent has to deal with over and over again.
Well, Ascendants, we're going to try to convince you of that. If you've not actually used, and I can't take away from the game here too much, we do have to focus on that,
Yeah.
but Esper Control is the hot button topic because I made a big
Well,
statement.
they're going to see it.
When you see Ojitai's command flipping a Jace or bringing back a Jace at the end of turn,
Yeah.
only to transform it and then I'm going to put Dave on his heels, or he's going to put me on mine,
Yeah.
by starting to ultimate that Jace as fast as we can. That's what the game's going to come down to. And you're going to respect that card combination, or you're going to lose to it. So that's...
It sucks because you have to waste so much resources killing this Jace over and over again just for him to be brought back by the command.
And you know what's going to happen too, but that's the game you got to play. So...
All right, what do we got going on?
Let's give these gentlemen their time.
Guys.
Yeah, the limelight.
Let's get back to the game here.
So the Bioblade, taking out the Deathmist Raptors here.
Yeah.
Dismal Backwater, almost a free spell and land.
So Brett was trying to apply early pressure. As if he can do that, he can really keep Trevor on his toes, where he has to start tapping out, removing threats from the board, and he can't keep his counter magic up.
That's right. So here's an Anticipate. Oh, there it is. Ashiok is the card of choice, and I told him about this already. He agrees. It's not a silver bullet, but it's very hard to beat.
Yeah, it's great in this match.
Draw the card for turn. Go ahead and untap. Counterspell.
Now the cards Trev's got to worry about: Collective Company, Rally of the Ancestors, and also Mogus.
Yep.
Right.
That's right. Those are the troublesome cards. It's essentially the 4 Collected Company's value at the end of his turn. He doesn't want to be tapping out on his turn, but he might have to because of Collected Company. And when you get back cards like Den Protector to get Death Mist Raptors back in, that gets really bad. So
yeah, Coco, they get the Lily, they get the sack effect. Then you got here, now we got a Planeswalker and we got creatures to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, diversifies the threats, so Control starts having a rough time with that.
Yeah, definitely. The problem is when Liliana's in play, making Control players discard a card every turn.
Yeah.
You really have to. You're putting them in a corner where they're like throwing away counter spells.
I got to deal with this.
To have reaction spells. Yeah. And here's Ashiok. So it looks like hit a Mogus Marauder. Not sure what those are. Gonna go ahead and make sure the table spotter knows we need to see what those cards are. It looks like Fleshbag Marauder, Satyr Wayfinder are the hits. So Ashiok, all the hits tonight so far. Hey, Sneaky the Dragon, what's up, man? Sneaky winning packs over on mtgblogger.com stream.
Yeah.
Super lucky dragon over there.
It's cool that he's coming over to see this one too.
Oh man, a lot of the followers over there come and check us out.
You're bringing the viewers over here.
Yeah, well, hey man,
I like it.
it's a good presentation, good production, good players. So Collected Company, what do I hit? Look what he hit. He hit
Weren't we just talking about this?
the Dream Team, yeah. So Fleshbag Marauder and Liliana means he can sack a creature, which will flip Liliana. And if you guys aren't familiar, this is one of those placeholder cards. So you just mark it off before you toss in the deck, which Planeswalker you're representing, and here you go.
Get the zombie off it too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Here she is.
So look at that. That's rough.
It's 5 power in play.
Mm-hmm. And a Planeswalker.
Yep.
That's troublesome. And this Planeswalker can directly go down in loyalty and bring creatures back from your graveyard.
Yep. So Trevor's definitely, he's not in a really bad spot. If he doesn't have Hero's Downfall, it's tough because Liliana just really puts the grinds to you, putting the gears into you a little bit.
He took a big hit here though.
He did.
Losing Ashiok and Brett building up a board state that puts some pressure on where you got to deal with it. You can't sit on your hands right now. If I'm Trevor, I gotta try and clear this board.
Okay, so we see Elvish Mystic being thrown away in ultimate price to the uptick of Liliana. Really like this Planeswalker.
Yeah.
She's great. Summoning Sorin. Not sure what you're talking about. That might be like a game day event. That's not much that I'm too familiar with. Focus more on the metagame and standard at the moment. But if you guys in chat know how to summon Sorin, let us know. Let us know. So I think you just ask some questions. How many cards you got in your hand? That type of thing. Control's got to know that.
Yep.
Missed a land drop?
Looks like it.
That's not great.
Not.
That's where the problems start. So
Not great at all.
do you attack here or do you plus first?
Yeah, I'm plussing first. If I'm attacking, if I'm not getting a creature from the graveyard to swing in with these guys, then I'm gonna plus.
I guess Brett's side is if I don't plus first, I attack, make him use a card out of his hand to hit a creature,
Sure.
then I'm gonna plus to get the other card out.
True.
That could be what he's going for.
Brett, he knows better than us. He definitely knows how to put someone in a corner.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't even have to move right now.
Yeah.
He's got 2 creatures in play. That's the magic number against control.
Yep.
That happens to be 5 power. So, yeah, I think he's in a good spot. Liliana, oh God. Family Guy references. Man, you guys are just wicked all over the show. Love it. Keep the comments going, guys. We appreciate it. And if you guys are enjoying the commentary or have any sort of questions, comments for us, let us know. Let's get some butts in those seats and we'll talk about it.
So let me look at Trev's list here and see what he needs.
Elisander 1, the rally deck is busted. It's a hell of a deck. It's definitely a value deck. Yeah, very good.
Yep.
Couldn't say it better myself. Happy to see it on the map. I like to see other decks in the format other than just Abzan control.
Yep.
So,
but easily hated out. Are we going to agree on that?
oh yeah.
I think
just play Esper control.
After this last big open here, Abzan is going to have to respect this deck, and they're going to have to bring in Hollowed Moonlight now.
I think Hollowed Moonlight's fantastic. So life totals are correct. They just missed a fetch land. So 13 to 17 is what we're looking at. So Boom! Satyr Wayfinder, what you know about it? Okay, so here we see a loop here. Liliana can go minus, go get another Liliana,
Yeah.
and start it all over again. So
Yep.
this is what Brett needs to keep the redundancy going in this degenerate play. So here comes what I suspect to be a hero's downfall. Okay. But you got to have a languish. It looks like he does to clear the board out, which is nice. But if Brett's holding on to a card like, say...
Rally. You're dead. That's the price for tapping out here.
Yep.
You tap out for languish, and he has a rally. It's just GG.
Well, let me give you a bit of information. Brett does have rally in his hand.
Oh.
So
that's bad news for Trev.
Yeah, it's not the greatest.
He's not yet under enough pressure where he has to board wipe. If he does have spot removal, he can mitigate some damage that way. And he needs time. He needs lands, and he needs dig through times. That's how he gets back into this game.
He's got 2 dig through time, languish, and dissolve in his hand.
Yeah.
So I don't think with a hand like that you can afford to wait. I think you have to do. He's going to. Could be a Bile Blade, maybe. Oh my God.
Coco.
It's so gross to see Coco because he still has rally in his hand.
Yeah.
My God. Now you hope here. This is the best part because this is a risk reward card. If he bricks on this, that's the breathing room that Trevor needs to win. So.
Yeah, they sure found the right combo here with this deck. The rally now it's not just the Coco, it's the rally to worry about. Because we've seen early on there was just the Coco decks, right?
Yep.
But now with these two combined together, there's just so much more to worry about.
Now Mogus Marauder here would be quite nice because it's everything you want for the following rally, right?
Yeah.
So probably looking for a husk. A husk would be nice too.
Yep. And Deco Husk.
And here we go, coming in for 6. Dropping him down to 7. The heat is on, right? Yeah, that's rough.
Brett's sitting in a good spot.
Hey, don't poke me, my man. I'm doing commentary, but no, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. 3 Death Mist Raptor in the board, or in the bin.
The bin, yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's so gross. Because all it takes is a Death Protector not to get counterspelled, and all of a sudden, it's bad news bears.
Yeah.
So I like Trevor playing this blue-black control. I think this is the second week in a row he's played this.
Is it?
Yeah, he knew control's where it's at.
Yeah.
Dig through time, possibly. Languish. This is it.
But we know it's not going to work.
Unless I'm wrong. Now, if I painted the picture wrong from the booth here, guys, I do apologize. But his hand is filthy. Brett's hand is absolutely filthy.
So here goes. Is this a Coco and a turn?
Coco and a turn, yep.
Okay.
So we see a Den Protector, double Grim Haru specs.
Ooh.
Oh, man. Okay. So he's going for double Haru specs because he wants to be able to draw 2 cards every time a creature dies. That's what he's doing.
And Trev just scoops it up. He says, that's enough. I can't deal with this pressure.
No, that's real nasty, guys. So they're going to go ahead and update the record for us. So, looks like Brett's going to get that one on the back of Abzan Rally. So, fantastic. Happy to see that. Let's take a closer look. Oh, excusez-moi, guys. Our table spotters are still adjusting the life total. So 20 apiece. Going to get it back over here. Let's take a look over at what Trevor's doing for control. So, deck lists are available if you guys want to join the Facebook group. It's a public group. We have no problem sharing that with you. Blue-black control.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
We want Thoughtseize. The reason being, we need to check and make sure it's safe to board wipe.
Yep.
I need to Thoughtseize, take out that rally, take out that Coco, then languish. I know you're not going to be able to languish on 4. It's just not very safe against this deck.
Right.
But these are the things we have to do to beat this deck. So Thoughtseize is going to come in.
Negate's coming in.
Negates for sure. We got Ultimate Price Boblight. Those are good.
Yep.
Disdainful Stroke, that hits Rally and Coco, so I may want that too.
I don't mind Tassiger too much because it lives the languish, which is nice, and it also gives me the Rubai to stay ahead, which is nice.
So Trev's got a really nice sideboard against this deck.
Yep.
Most of these cards can come in.
Hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and fire off what his sideboard is. As you can tell here, on the far right of the screen, sideboard. We've got 1 Bile Blight, 2 Crux of Fate, 1 Disdainful Stroke, the Twins, 2 copies Drown in Sorrow, 1 Languish, 2 Negate, 2 Tassiger the Golden Fang, 3 Thoughtseize, an Ugin, which probably should never be coming in here, and an Ultimate Price. So that's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm with you. I think all that's correct. You gotta do a hand check, clear the hand out, and no copies of Jace, which is rough because if you had Jace, is what we talked about, you could go Thoughtseize, Jace, flip, Thoughtseize again, and really start to punish that.
If you go turn 2 Jace against this rally deck, you right away start to put up a nice defensive line, and you buy yourself so much time with slowing his guys down, making him commit more guys to the board than he wants to, because Jace is saying, I'm going to minus your guy, and then
that's so good.
And then okay, you've caught up on the board. Now I'm going to minus my Jace, grab a board wipe you, you know.
And how many games have you won doing that?
Oh, many games. It feels like
so.
It's very hard to lose those games where you're starting with Jace on 2, because he just gives you so much gas.
And I found this out. It's subtle, but when you do play the Jace on 2, they're spending turn 3 or 4 going after the Jace. We just go Ojtai's command, bring it back.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have access to that because he's not playing the white.
Yeah.
But Jace impacts so many games very well. So if you guys are not familiar with the Abzan Rally deck, let's take a second here to go ahead and load up Brett's deck. A second I can see it. Bam, there it is. So Abzan Rally to the T. The reason I think this is a better deck than the Sultai one is because it has the Anafenza you see in the sideboard.
Yeah.
So let's go to the sideboard here. 3 Anafenza, 3 Arashan Cleric, 2 Dromoka's Command, 2 Drowned Sorrow, the Marauder. He's got 2 copies, Hero's Downfall, a Murderous Cut, and a Reclamation Sage.
Yeah. I think that first, we've seen the first version of this deck, and it wasn't really named right.
Yeah.
Because it was 4-color, right?
Yep.
So Sultai wasn't really what it was about, because it had white for Rally. Blue was really in there for mostly the Jace.
Just the Jace, because he's that damn good.
Yeah.
But, he's that good, yeah.
This is just, it's smoother now. And they got Elvish Mystic in there for like a really good start. If you hit that elf on 1, man, they're off to the races.
Yeah.
They're on top of you.
And you don't mind sending an elf in after when you have a Liliana. That's in play because they're either taking one or, hey, it gets bad.
Yeah.
And every time I've seen this deck, like Esper Control, it's not like a 60-40. It's like a 55-50 for us. But you kill that Liliana every time because you do not want them adjusting anything in your hand. And if you deal with her, they start going into the game where they're like, I have to Coco now. I got to rally, get her back.
It feels to me it's not that easy though, because there's a lot of spots you have to gamble. It's like,
it is. It's a gamble.
I need to board wipe, and I need to hope that he doesn't have rally.
Yep.
You know, it just these are the spots the deck puts you in.
Yep.
Need to board wipe now. I'm dead if they have rally, but this is what I have to do. And we saw in that game.
Yeah, we did.
He languished, and Coco brought put 6 power on the board.
And it's not
he's
like,
at 6. That's it.
It's not
he
like
didn't
it's
even
a bad
have to
language.
use the rally.
Yeah, it's not like it's his hand guys. We still saw Den Protector. He still had rally. He had so much gas.
Yeah.
That's just a really good draw. I'm interested to see what a mediocre to poor draw will do against Control, because those are the games that I've played so far where they just don't have the best cards, and then Control really looks good against that deck.
Well, you can see why this deck got first in Richmond. It's a powerhouse.
It's gross. It's real good. What do you guys think? Is Control not where you want to be? It sounds like somebody thinks Esper's not the greatest. Do we all agree that maybe Abzan Rally deserves like the tier 1? I think it's tier 1. It's so good.
Yeah, it's
just so
good right now, but as soon as Asban Control starts respecting this deck and puts Hallowed Moonlight in, it's going to be a different game. Because the deck is fragile to hate cards like that, because it does mostly one thing, and that's using cards that come off of Coco and Rally.
Yeah.
If that is stopped and those cards are exiled, then it's
when you exile them all and we get card advantage, you're losing that game. That's what we want to do as Control players.
They're Cocoing for 2, they're rallying for 4 or 5. You're playing Hallowed Moonlight for 2.
Yep.
And you're drawing a card off of it, right?
Yeah. No, it's really good. So Mr. Orange, Evan Irwin, on Twitter, guys, me and him went back and forth. I said Hallowed Moonlight against these rally decks. He says Tormod's Crypt. Well, I'm still sticking to my guns because I'm a stubborn old guy, and I'm saying, you know what? I want the instant speed surprise element of it. I don't want you to see the Tormod's Crypt so that you can play around it. I'm not a fan of that. I like Hallowed Moonlight.
It's not a bad idea either, though, because it's going to come out for 0.
That's what his argument is. Any deck can play it and it costs 0. So both are on 7 here. Let's pass it back to Dismal Backwater on 1 for Trevor. Sultai Control Odisho. I love the commentary, man. Thank you for the kind words. Sultai Control is a deck. We can't say it's not. It's real.
Oh, it is, yeah. It doesn't have a lot of big win cons now. Like it has some of the more recent lists have like 1 Garuk, a couple Ashioks, and maybe an Ugin. But they have so much power in the graveyard, and with Den Protector keep looping things back that they just play that game, right?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I know.
Deal with this, use your resources, that's fine. I'll get it back, and it'll be another nightmare for you later on in the game.
I can't lie to the stream. I think Sultai Control is a very solid deck. I just feel like Esper is actually maybe better because of Ojutai's commands. So
well, against that deck, we need to bring it to the long game because they're going to be hurting themselves with their Satyr Wayfinders, milling themselves, and as long as we try and exile those win cons with other end, then we may squeak one out.
Yep. We have Elspeth.
Yeah.
That's where we're awesome.
Put up a wall.
Yep, I love it. So Brett doesn't have the fastest of starts, as you can see by his mana base.
Yeah, he went Scryland, and then he had to go turn 2 Elvish Mystic, and Trevor's having no part of it. He says, let's play fair magic. I'm going to downfall the Mystic and slow you down a bit.
So Tricky, no, they don't play the whip. They're off that now. They're actually an official control deck in Sultai colors. But thanks for the question. Excuse me. So
Brett is going to go Liliana.
He's running it out there. He's like, I'm running it into a counterspell. If you have it, you have it. Which might be a bit telling. I'm not sure. I haven't seen his hand yet, but he may
But even
have...
removal is fine too. If Trev's got removal, Liliana does nothing here.
Yeah, it doesn't do much because he's got the Den Protector anyway. So yeah, awesome. So it looks like about almost just shy of 70 viewers live, guys. Thanks for checking out the stream so far. Appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to come on in the chat, this is interactive, so we want to say hello to you as well. Windswept Heath.
Yep.
Playing the Morph. So what do you think about doing this before the fetch?
I don't know. What's the argument?
Well, you'd have all the mana up, so if he has 2 removal spells, so let's say he goes... it wouldn't matter. I'm just curious to find out.
If he wants to waste 2 removal spells on stopping my Den Protector, that's fine.
And you flip my Liliana,
I'm happy with that.
All the power to you.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and 2-for-1 yourself, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm good with the 2. So, one of our favorite cards, Jace's Ingenuity.
Yep.
I wouldn't even say it's the poor man's dig through time, because it's not even on the same radar.
No, they're 2 different cards.
But just a great card draw spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jace's Ingenuity is a card that just helps you keep your hand full and keep the cards flowing. Where Dig Through Time is just the powerhouse of a card. You want specific answers, that card's going to get it for you.
Yeah. So Bioblight, so he does respect Liliana, rightfully so.
What do we got under here? Flip. Oh! We're going to get a card off of this,
I like
Brett
this.
says. Yeah. So I'm going to draw a card.
That's just cheeky, right? That's just fine.
Yeah.
Love that it's 1 black too. Great stuff, because I think a lot of us would have guessed Den Protector.
Yeah.
Oh man, here we go again. Ashiok. So, do you have the cards to deal with this big threat against the deck? I don't think Ashiok has ever looked better in Standard.
Looks pretty good.
With all these devotion decks, mid-range decks, creature heavy decks, this is the card on 3. So we got a couple fans of Tormod's Crypt in the side. That's fantastic. As Dave alluded to, though, you got to be ready for this deck.
Yeah.
Got to have something. Whether it's Hallowed Moonlight, Tormod's Crypt, Anafenza, you got to have something.
Lately against this deck, if I'm dropping Ashiok and I see a Wayfinder go off that, I'll minus get the Wayfinder because the value is huge. You're going to power up my Dig Through Time. You're going to give me a land if I need it.
Yep.
You're going to put a body in front of whatever's going to come at me.
And in our deck,
and that body is going to be blocking whatever's coming at my Planeswalker.
Yeah, for us it's going to be a spell, so we're going to hit it with Jace anyway. So yeah, no,
it's really like taking a breath, right? Like, I can breathe.
Yeah, it's very good. Thanks for that, buddy. Thanks for that one, buddy.
Can't breathe with all this pressure.
Well, Grim Horror specs, hardly pressure, but great card against this deck.
Yeah.
Give you some resistance to the sweepers anyway. So, do you go after the face or do you go after the Ashiok in this one?
Oh, he's got to respect the Ashiok. If he doesn't have a downfall, then you're attacking that Planeswalker.
So here's Liliana, coming back again. Great card to follow up with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because what happens if that ultimate's on him, right? It's just over.
Feels like a downfall. And if it is, I'd much rather see it.
Ooh.
Oh.
He wants to flip the Lily.
Oh, I want to do all kinds of nasty things. So he's tapped out here. He's deciding not to use Hero's Downfall. I'm not the biggest fan of this. I'd rather get the Ashiok off the board now while he's tapped out. And if he wants to play another one next turn, then pay 3 to do it. What do you think about that?
I don't know. This isn't a bad, like, look at all the pressure he's put on the board. He's got 2 creatures now that Trevor's got to deal with, a Planeswalker. And Trevor's going to be spending most of his turn trying to clean up this mess, right? So it's not likely that he'll be able to afford to have counter mana up. So I don't mind this play. And there's Brett putting pressure on Ashok, which I think is correct too. So it can't willy-nilly minus. If you want to minus, you're gonna kill your own Ashok. So.
Yeah, he was never minusing. He was never minusing at all. He's just gonna plus.
Well, that depends. I mean, if he wants to dig through time for 2, he would want to minus, fill his grave, get a land. Here we go.
But I don't think it's worth trading off the Ashiok to do that. So I don't think he's. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's better if the Ashiok's better if you're already got your head and the board's not too crazy. At this spot, the board is already getting out of control and it's getting tough for Trev.
So Brett representing the card, he's going to discard. Trevor doing the same, and it looks like Radiant Fountain and pitching a Liliana. So pass back to Trevor, see what he's got.
All right, he's got to come up with something here.
So we've got a fresh face zombie, I guess. Mm-hmm. And here we have a Shade and looks like a Wayfinder, I believe. Elvish Mystic, excuse me.
Okay.
I'm just a big fan of letting Ashiok run rampant on this board and let them try to overcommit to kill it and then you just wipe them out. Like, even this is nice.
Mr. Tasker.
Hey, Banana King. Oh, my God.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
That is a beautiful follow-up.
So, he was never minusing.
Yeah.
Right.
Now we know why.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look good anymore for Mr. Brett Tetley. The Drifting Death is so good in this format right now with Languish, killing all the 5 toughness things.
Yeah.
Great card. It says Ashiok should be on 4 counters. It went down to 2, and it's plus 2 to go up, so it should be on 4.
Yeah.
I'm working on table spotters know that.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. And that's the best part is you guys directly impact the game as well. So we thank you for that if we miss something.
There we go.
Look at that. It's just the best looking hand in Windsor.
The viewage, man. They know what they're doing.
Hey. Sometimes we get lost. Okay, so Merciless Executioner coming in.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Ouch.
Been there before. That doesn't feel good. And there goes Ashiok, or what do you call it?
They call it Shukernuk.
Shukernuk. Okay,
Yeah.
So Shukernuk down.
Yeah.
All those cards are in exile. So let's get those out of the way.
Yeah, the kids these days, they call it Shukernuk.
Okay, so it looks like that's all good. Taken care of for us.
I still like my Ashiok.
I like calling it Ashiok.
It rolls off the tongue pretty nicely, right?
You know what else rolls off the tongue nicely? Let's go Mill 3. That feels real good.
No, Exile 3.
Yeah, top 3. Or
Even
Exile.
better.
Yeah. I'm old school. I like saying Mill, like Millstone,
Yeah.
right? Oh, man. Good times. Okay, so let me get the name right. Murney121 says, I'm a judge. It's in my nature. Love having judges in the
Great.
chat. You guys, you folks that are judges, you just make it so sick. You make sure it's always clean like we try to as well. So thank you so much for being a part of this.
We appreciate it.
That community, though, super good.
So a downfall to the Liliana.
Had to happen.
Said I've had enough of this.
But it's not that great when you just...
Can you believe that that board state, like how Brett has taken care of that? Just
Oh, yeah. It didn't seem like it took too much either.
You wouldn't think that Abzan Rally would have that reach, but it did. It did. Got rid of the Hexproof Dragon. We killed the Tasker, and we swung in and we got rid of Ashiok. All in one go, right?
Yeah, and I've lost quite a few cards doing it.
Something else.
But I'm still in this game. Yeah.
That's really impressive.
I love having dragons all the time. That's why I play some of my sideboard. We know this. This isn't hidden information.
Yeah.
So, Grimhar Specs or Den Protector? Guess the morph. Den Protector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So here's a dig through time end of the turn. Exactly where Control wants to be. What's he looking for here? Board wipe with negate. Right? That's where I want to be.
Remember we were talking before? I couldn't take out that dragon in that side. I couldn't do it.
No, you can't.
It's just too good.
No, it's too... Yeah, no.
I want to go down to 1, but I was like, the Drifting Death is too good. It's
Nope.
too good against Abzan control. They just almost have no ways of dealing with it post-board.
Yeah, it's staying in.
Yeah.
Dragons don't hold the power. That depends. Ash... Okay, so it looks like he has Ugin.
Ugin.
Ugin's decent in this board state.
Well, Brett's, he's got Coco Man up, right?
He does. I'm just saying it's good in the board state as long as Husk isn't out or a sack outlet's not there. It's great.
It's just so scary to tap out, though.
I
Right?
agree with you, man. I agree.
Because there's multiple like cards Brett could have on the other side. Coco, end of turn after the Ugin wipe, and then on his turn he could rally, right?
Well, if he hits a Coco and he actually hits a Husk and he just rallies up and he just kills him.
You really want, you really like, you want that thought seize. Is it safe?
Gotta know.
Are we okay?
Yep.
Because I need to tap out.
I agree.
I want to know it's safe to do so.
Yeah, tell me what I can do. Well, he's saying, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, so here we are.
Yeah, here's a minus. Remember that the morph is colorless permanent. It's going to stick around, which sucks.
Yep.
But here's a minus. So question from the chat says, hey MTG blogger, does Liliana become a planeswalker if she's already in the graveyard and rally is cast? So whenever a card is outside of the battlefield, it is its card type. So she's a creature in the graveyard.
Yep.
So she's a creature. That's all she ever is.
Yep.
And judges, you let me know if that's true or if I'm blowing smoke
what
up
happened.
people's behind. What do
We
we got?
talked about this, the Coco.
Well, that's exactly it.
Right?
Like he's not represent. Oh man, there's Marauder. Oh.
And I believe this is an end of turn Coco.
So Ugin's not even gonna stick around.
No.
I just don't feel like Trevor's ever been ahead of the decks yet.
Nope.
Yeah. So there's a Mogus Marauder. So we'll see if bad things happen this turn or not.
Like he did his best with the dragon and the Tasker, but Brett just had the answers and
It's questions versus answers, and he
Yeah.
hasn't had any great answers to the questions thus far.
Brett's thinking, if that's Den Protector, what do I want to do?
So these at Ugin, this is you. This at you. Excuse me.
So the 2/2/2's at Ugin. Is Ugin at 4? Yeah.
Yep.
Throw the Death Mist at you.
That sucks.
Yeah. That's because Brett's getting maximum value, right?
Well, now he just goes gets the Coco and do it all again.
Back online.
Now, if he had a Den Protector, you can definitely see him going for another Den Protector just to keep looping that much value back.
Mm-hmm.
But Coco's just fine.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, especially when you've got a board like this, right? It's fine.
Well, okay. Again, guys, so if you ever want to beat control decks, you only really need 2 threats out. That's enough to diversify. That you'll kill them with 2 threats. And here's a card that doesn't look that impressive right now.
No, not at all. Ashok in this spot is just it's not where you want to be. But if that's all you got to do, then that's all you can do.
So 3 hits, 3 tries.
Yeah.
No other card in control is going to do that. Like, you're not just getting that. So that's why I love this card.
Yeah.
Just dealt with 3 cards for the rest of the game. Yeah, so I love that the chat is actually communicating that their own little community. They're talking about how does this deck operate? What are the enablers of the deck? It's Shade, Nantuko Husk, I believe is the name.
Yeah, Nantuko Husk.
Yeah, so
That is the 3 for the 2/2. You can sack a creature and pump it +2/+2. Works well with the card that's what's his name? The draw card when
Grim Haruspec.
Grim Haruspec, yeah.
So you want to sack a creature, you draw a card. This guy gets +2/+2. All the while, your Liliana's out there going, "This is fantastic."
Yeah. But that's just a small thing of the deck. The whole deck has great synergy.
Yep.
I mean, you got 4 Cocos, 4 Rallies, Den Protectors, Lilianas,
And Brett
Nantuko
doesn't
Husk, and then he's got Marauders and Executioners, right?
Yep. He doesn't even
For more sack effects.
Coco at the end there. You know why? Because he doesn't need to.
need to, yeah.
Yep.
Because he knows Trev's got he's got counter spells, right?
Yep.
It's what he has to have left at this point. If he's playing Ashok for his turn, there can't be much going on.
And here comes an attack. For it's going to be 8, and here comes a Bile Blight on Den Protector. And that's fine, because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yep. Nantuko Husk is, we say shade. It's a creature. It's a Nantuko Husk. Fresh out of Origins, actually.
So Trev has went back for the Ugin.
Yep, he's buying it back. That looks okay here, but again,
Yeah.
do you see what I see?
Brett's
See those
not
lands?
gonna. He's always gonna leave 4 up now, right?
Yep.
For that sweet, sweet Coco.
And I don't know if Trevor has anything else to do. Like, of course, the sweeper would be great, but
Well,
you gotta
that'd
be
be
able to
coming
counter
off the
as well.
top of the deck because he didn't use a sweeper last turn.
Yep. And so the writing's on the wall here. If he does want to go for the Ugin, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If he has the land and plays the Ugin, big gamble. Here we go.
Yeah.
Will you hit or will you miss?
Well, he knows that Brett's got Coco through the Den Protector, right?
Yep. So do you go to 1 or what do you do?
Man.
You can't just play the Ugin plus hit Den Protector and hope for the best,
Yeah.
right? You can't do that. So it looks like Trevor now is going through the creatures that have already been used. So he's trying to see how bad is it if I drop an Ugin right now.
Yeah.
What's actually going to kill me?
Yeah. What's left in Brett's deck? How many Cocos?
So this thing, Hushwing Griff, looks solid against this deck.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That stops all the triggered abilities, right?
That's right.
So that would stop Nantuko Husk.
Stop the Husk.
It's going to stop Mogis Marauder.
Yep.
What else we got in here? Liliana?
That's correct. Not too bad.
Not too shabby.
Talk about enter the battlefield effects. I'm still on Hallowed Moonlight.
Yeah. Because it just does so much for 2 mana. It's a cantrip.
Yep. And if it's already out, here we go. So there's Collected Company, which you knew about.
Yep.
Let's see what we get.
You did, bro.
Jeez.
You did.
Well, that's that. That didn't last too long.
6 power comes off the top when you're at 5.
7
GG.
power. 7 power.
Jeez, man. Jeez.
That's the G's. That is definitely it. So, unfortunately, Trevor falling down to 1-1. Brett going to 2-0.